Hey, what's going on, guys? So a midweek, season 4 update just dropped, and with that update, they added a new intel mission. I didn't do a video on the first two, but I did figure, however, I will do a video on the third one. So we're gonna blast through this pretty quickly. I'm just gonna show you exactly what each one of these are. So, big spoiler alert if you want to find these on your own. I'm going to literally show you where each one of these are. So. If you don't know intel missions, you go into your missions menu, tap right bumper, or if you're using the keyboard, you go click over, and it's called Hidden Cargo. These are way harder to find, in my opinion, than the first two were. So let's just dive right into this. So the first one, all it shows you is a picture of this coin overlooking Promenade. This one was super easy. You just fly in right here over train station. This is probably the easiest one to find. It's pretty obvious. You're gonna land on the very, very top, and you're gonna see this little gold coin right here. You will just click X on this coin, and you will pick up the next piece of intel. Okay, clue number 2 after finding the coin on train station says 1930 derailed in Urzikstan, cargo missing. Check ports of entry, start at the cranes. This one is fairly easy to find. It kind of points you directly to where you start. You're gonna fall into port right here where the cranes are. People like to snipe from these and all sorts of stuff. I will say though, this did take me a little longer than I thought because it mentions like being derailed. So I was looking for train cars, actual cargo containers, all sorts of things like that, which is kind of the point. I think they want you to look for those sort of things, when in reality, it's not any of those things. You land on this second crane here from the end, and or climb up into it, and you're going to see this teddy bear, and as you can see, it says collect intel right there. So that is our intel. So it's the very farthest two cranes right here. So you just smash X on that bad boy. Boom. Clue number 3 says Northeast Garter Crate Storage, 6 across, 586, deep, keep clear. This one confused me a little bit. I did not think it was going to be in port again. I actually went to Storage Town and looked there first, when in reality it is not in Storage Town. It is actually back in port, and it's actually referring to like container storages. So after milling around everywhere I could think of that had any kind of storage, I started fussing around and playing around back at port because I know that some of the last intels kind of did this trick too. So it's actually right here, right back in port. So you're gonna glide down to this pile of stuff. I'm sure you've seen it either in multiplayer or on Warzone. You're gonna land in here, tuck back between these crates, and your intel is this little fire pit. So this is clue number 3. It shows a little picture crate by a building. You can also see one of those tarps. This one probably took me the longest to find. I literally spent almost an entire day looking for this one. I thought it was gonna be one of these little buildings like outside of lumber or something like that. I did not think it was going to be where it was, in which case it's back in port. I figured after I couldn't find it at literally the other 3 or 4 places I had an idea for, I ended up just coming back to port and just digging through buildings, digging through crates, running all around until I finally found it here. And the last clue that you'll actually have to chase down in Warzone is this one right here. It has the same picture as the last one, and then it says it's along the northeast ridge line of Stadium. Like most other ones, this one's a little misleading. So I started on Stadium, and I actually kind of just went from there, used the map, or the compass rather, and started heading northeast, checked every little hut, every little house, every little building. Couldn't find anything. So then I was basically like, okay, you know, I'm gonna ignore the picture and just start digging around anywhere around Stadium. And the reason why I say it's a little misleading is because it's not actually northeast of Stadium. It's more directly like north. I guess if you're following the compass, for me it was more north than it was northeast. But if you go north of Stadium and you find these medical tents, you will find the last one in this area right here. With that being the last one you find in-game, if you're unfamiliar with Intel, once you find the last clue in-game, you go back to your challenges, drop over to Intel, go down and look at the last piece, in which we find this here. Now, while there's a lot of speculation and nobody's really sure like what these Intel missions are leading up to, we've had 3 different ones now pop up in different weeks. And it's fairly obvious that it's looking like at the end of all these, whether it's the end of the season itself or just at the end of one of these new Intel missions, if we have a 4th one or a 5th one. It looks like we're going to have a map change at the end of this, which in my personal opinion, as somebody who plays this game a lot, is very, very important. Like, it's starting to feel a little stale, especially for like casual players and people who like just jump on here to fuck around rather than like just playing competitively. This is definitely one of those ones that feels like, man, this is getting a little boring, same thing for a long time. So hopefully we get some map changes out of this. That would be amazing. Whether it's them dropping a nuke, which is kind of what they're hinting at from the other intel, is that there's going to be like a mass event that changes the map Fortnite style, or just a whole new map is introduced. Either one I would gladly accept at this point. Anyways, guys, I threw this together really quickly in like a day, so sorry if the audio is not perfect. I appreciate the view. I drop regular content all the time, both Call of Duty gameplay compilations. Those are pretty sweet, so check those out, as well as a lot of other different goofy stuff. So if you guys are interested, want to check out some of those videos, please subscribe to the channel as I'm trying to grow. Otherwise, if we do another intel, I will do another video for you guys to help you kind of find where everything's at. I appreciate your time. See ya.